been very difficult. It all boils down in a peace process to where you draw the line between peace and justice. How much justice are you or the society willing to sacrifice to get peace? And no matter where you draw the line, you will always find people from one side or from the other who are not satisfied. In every peace process, you see that. I remember President Clinton telling me that, and he made it public, that in the funeral of Martin McGuinness, who was one of the leaders of the IRA in the North Irish peace process, he said, Clinton said, when I was in the middle of the South African peace process, Mandela called me and said, President Clinton, I am being attacked and criticized with no mercy. And I asked Mandela, says Clinton, is that by the people of the government? He said, no, my own people. My own people are accusing me of being a traitor. And Martin McGuinness, when he made peace with Ivan Paisley, Ivan Paisley was the other side in the war in Northern Ireland. Ivan Paisley was the Unionist, Martin McGuinness was the IRA. There's a marvelous film about this peace process where at the very end, before signing the peace, one says to the other, are you aware that you and I will be considered traitors to our own people? And he said yes, they shook hands and they signed the peace. That happens always. It happened in Salvador with the Salvadorian peace process. The commander of the guerrillas, Joaquin Villalobos, was considered a traitor by his own people. So you always see that type of reaction. And the transition also needs a different type of leadership. In my case, I had the unique opportunity of being a leader making war for 4 years as a Minister of Defense. And I was very successful making war. I was elected president the first time with the highest margin of votes because I was a war hero. But then, and the leadership you need there is a very easy type of leadership. It's a vertical leadership. You get orders, you rally the forces around you, and as long as you win, you become very popular. Making peace needs a different type of leadership. Needs a leadership that you can persuade, you can teach. You need to persuade somebody to forgive the perpetrators of the atrocities that they have committed. And that's much more difficult. And I relate that to what is happening in the pandemic. Unfortunately, the world, when this pandemic started, had no leadership. One of the problems of the pandemic is there is no world leadership. And that's a problem for the world and for many countries. But you're starting to see a new type of leadership emerging from the pandemic. The old authoritarian type of leadership, they haven't done very well in the pandemic. But the new type of leadership, and I will give you examples, New Zealand, Norway, Taiwan, Finland, that type of leadership that is built on trust, on recuperating the trust of the people. That, by the way, all of the leaders are women. This is the type of leadership that we need now in order to reestablish something which is absolutely crucial for the world, and it's been said here, and is absolutely crucial for tourism, is cooperation among the countries of the world. And that is very important. If we want to build back better after the pandemic, and if we want a better world, we need to incorporate multilateralism and cooperation in the world at all levels.